Once coffee cherries are harvested, they undergo processing to extract the beans from the fruit. The method used significantly impacts the flavor, aroma, and overall quality of the coffee. The three main processing methods, washed, natural, and honey processed, each have distinct characteristics that influence the final cup. Below is a breakdown of each method. 1. Washed coffee, wet processing description. Washed coffee, also known as wet processed coffee, is a method that involves removing the cherry's outer skin and pulp before drying the beans. The process begins with pulping, where the skin and fruit pulp are mechanically removed. The beans are then soaked in water to ferment and remove the sticky mucilage that surrounds them. After fermentation, the beans are washed, dried, and hulled. Process 1. Pulping. The cherries are mechanically depulped, leaving the beans covered in mucilage. 2. Fermentation. The beans are submerged in water for 12 to 48 hours to ferment, breaking down the mucilage. 3. Washing. After fermentation, the beans are washed to remove any remaining residue. 4. Drying. The washed beans are dried either in the sun or using mechanical dryers until they reach the desired moisture content. Flavor profile. 1. Clean, bright acidity with a crisp, often fruity or floral flavor. 2. Generally, washed coffees have a more uniform and consistent taste. 3. The process enhances the natural flavors of the coffee and can result in a cleaner, more defined cup. Regions that favor washed processing. 1. Central and South America, for example, Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala. 2. East Africa, for example, Ethiopia, Kenya. 2. Natural coffee, dry processing description. Natural coffee, or dry processed coffee, is the oldest and simplest method of processing. In this method, the coffee cherries are left to dry in the sun with the fruit still intact around the beans. The drying process can take several weeks, and the beans absorb some of the fruity flavors from the surrounding pulp. Process 1. Harvesting. Ripe cherries are picked and laid out in the sun, either on raised beds or on the ground. 2. Drying. The cherries are regularly turned to ensure even drying and to prevent mold or fermentation. 2. This can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. 3. Hulling. After drying, the outer fruit layer is removed, leaving the green coffee beans ready for roasting. Flavor profile. 1. Rich, full-bodied coffee with pronounced fruity and wine-like flavors, often with a sweet, heavy mouthfeel. 2. The natural processing method can intensify the sweetness and complexity of the coffee. 3. Coffee from this method may have more varied and unpredictable flavors, depending on the drying conditions. Regions that favor natural processing. 1. Ethiopia, especially the Sidamo and Har regions. 2. Brazil. 3. Yemen. 3. Honey processed coffee, semi-washed processing description. Honey processing is a hybrid method that combines elements of both the washed and natural processes. The cherries are depulped to remove the skin, but the mucilage, the sticky layer of fruit pulp, is left on the beans as they dry. The term honey refers to the sticky, sweet layer that remains on the beans during drying, which can vary in thickness, hence influencing the flavor profile. Process 1. Pulping. The outer skin of the cherry is removed, but the mucilage remains. 2. Drying. The beans are dried with the mucilage still attached, either on raised beds or in the sun. The drying process is slower than in natural processing. 3. Hulling. Once the beans reach the desired moisture level, the mucilage is removed. Flavor profile. 1. A balanced flavor with sweetness, body, and mild acidity. 1. Honey-processed coffees often have the fruity notes of natural coffee, but with a cleaner finish. 2. The flavor can range from sweet and fruity to more complex, with some floral notes or hints of honey and sugar. Regions that favor honey processing. 1. Costa Rica, where the method is very popular. 2. Honduras. 3. Nicaragua. 4. Panama. Comparison of the three processing methods. Comparison of the three processing methods are shown in the table. Conclusion. Each coffee processing method plays a crucial role in shaping the final flavor of the coffee. Washed coffees are known for their clean and bright flavors, natural coffees are full-bodied and fruity, and honey-processed coffees offer a harmonious balance of both. The choice of processing method often depends on the region, climate, and the desired characteristics of the coffee. Understanding these methods can help coffee enthusiasts appreciate the wide variety of flavors that different processing techniques create.